Very good morning, dear students. Welcome to next lecture of Econ 242 Agricultural Finance and Cooperation. This is last theoretical lecture. So, in this lecture, we will discuss about the single window system, then FSS, Farmer Service Societies, and LAMPS means large size Adivasi multipurpose cooperative societies. Okay, so first one is single window system. As we know, this single window system is accepted by the government of the Andhra Pradesh. So the farmers in Andhra Pradesh depended on PACs, means in a three-tier structure, okay, for their short-term and medium-term credit requirement, and PLDBs means primary land development banks in a two-tier structure for long-term credit needs till 1987. As in last lecture, we have discussed about the three-tier credit system, cooperative credit system, and two-tier credit system. So, in that, the farmers of Andhra Pradesh they were depend on PSCs for the short-term and medium-term loan. On the other hand, they were depend on the PLDBs means primary land development banks for long-term credit needs or requirement till 1987, which means that the farmer had to obtain their total loan requirement from two different types of cooperatives. For medium term and short term, they have to go to the three-tier structure, means they have to visit the PACs, primary agriculture cooperative societies, and for long term, they have to go through two-tier structure, means they have to visit or they have to take the loan from the primary land development banks. Okay, so different types of cooperative institutes, and furthermore, the performance of PLDBs was not satisfactory in the Andhra Pradesh. So, to tackle this situation, there is a development of the single window system. Now, we will see what is single window system. So, in the single window system, there are two structures, that is first one for credit need for short term, medium term and long term, there is three tier system. For the credit need or for the loan, there is three tier structure for short term, medium term and long term loan. And for the marketing, for the loan for the purpose of marketing, there is a two tier system. Now we will see in the three tier system. So the AP State Cooperative Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, that is APCO BARD. It is the first one. Then second is District Cooperative Bank for Agricultural and Rural Development, that is DISCO BARD. And last one is Primary Agriculture Cooperative Credit Societies, that is the PACs. Means here in three tier system, for the credit requirement for short term, medium term or either long term, at the state level there is AP State Cooperative Bank for Agricultural and Rural Development. At the state level there is APCO BARD, means Andhra Pradesh State Cooperative Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. Then at the second tier, at the district level, there is DISCO BARD, means District Cooperative Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. And last, at the primary or at village level, there is Primary Agricultural Cooperative Credit Societies, that is PACs. So this is about the single window system. In case of credit requirement, they follow the three tier system for the credit needs of short term, medium term and the long term. Now on the other hand, for the loans or for the credit requirement for marketing, they follow the two tier system. In that two tier system, first one, at the state level there is AP State Cooperative Marketing Federation, that is MARCFED. Andhra Pradesh State Cooperative Marketing Federation Limited, that is MARCFED at the state level. And in the second tier, or there is District Cooperative Marketing Societies, that is DCMS. So this is about the single window system followed in the Andhra Pradesh state. Okay, for credit requirement there is 3 tier, and for the marketing there is 2 tier under the single window system. Now, so regarding the marketing of the farm produce, the farmer face hardship. They are facing so many problems in getting the services of the marketing cooperative societies under the 3 tier system. Okay, to help cooperatives serve in a more useful way, the government of Andhra Pradesh thought that it is appropriate to bring some organizational changes in the working of cooperatives in the state. Means the government of Andhra Pradesh, they have surveyed or they have observed the working of the 3 tier system in the Andhra Pradesh. So they found some problems or some queries in the working of cooperatives under the 3 tier. So to tackle this problem, they have appointed a committee under the chairmanship of Sri Mohan Kanda was constituted to come out with meaningful and practicable alternatives in this regard. So for the formation of single window system, there is one committee is responsible, that is under the chairmanship of the Sri Mohan Kanda. Keep in mind, single window system chairman committee under the chairmanship of Sri Mohan Kanda. Okay, so the committee submitted its report in 1985. The main idea of introducing this single window system is to supply all types of agricultural credit required by the farmers and provide processing and marketing facilities under the one roof, that is the through the PSCs. It is followed only in single window system. So the single window system is the 3 tier in a cooperative credit and 2 tier in a cooperative marketing. Keep in mind, single window system works as a 3 tier in case of cooperative credit. In case of cooperative credit requirements, either it may be short term, either it may be medium term or the long term. And on the other hand, for the marketing needs there is 2 tier structure. Okay, so consequent to the introduction of single window system in AP, so 6,801 PSCs were introduced to 4,257, and means there is increase in the PSCs because of the implementation of the single window system in the Andhra Pradesh, and 218 primary cooperative agricultural development banks were merged with district cooperative central banks, and 125 cooperative marketing societies were attached with the DCMs. Okay, so now the functions of PSCs under the single window system. Functions of PSCs under the single window system. So first, to advance the short term, medium term and long term loan. In case of the cooperative credit in a 3 tier or in a 2 tier, in a 3 tier, PSCs were not advancing the long term loan. But here, under the single window system, PSCs are advancing short term, medium term and the long term loans to the members. Then second, to supply the needed farm inputs. Third, to distribute essential commodities. Fourth, to arrange the marketing of the farm produce of the farmer member. So these are the functions of PSCs under the single window system. Okay, now this is about the single window system which is adopted in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Okay, for credit requirement there is 3 tier system, and for the marketing requirement there is 2 tier structure in the Andhra Pradesh. Now next is farmer service societies. Farmer service societies, that is FSS. Now these farmer service societies are well organized, registered cooperative bodies based on the principles of cooperation and governed by the cooperatives by laws. So, what is FSS? These are the well organized and registered cooperative bodies. What is FSS? Farmer service societies are the well organized and registered cooperative bodies based on the principle of cooperation. Okay, means to help each and every farmer of each and every member farmer of the society, that is the FSS. Since the primary agriculture cooperative credit societies are biased towards affluent sections of the rural areas, the National Commission on Agriculture, that is NCA, strongly felt that separate societies for meeting the special need of weaker section in the rural area are needed. Means, according to the NCA, National Commission on Agriculture, PSCs, in the working of PSCs, they observe the biasness for the small and marginal farmers. So, to help or to eradicate or to remove such biasness, they recommended the separate society, that is farmer service society, for the weaker sections in the rural area. It is needed. Okay, now consequent to the recommendation of the commissions, FSS were organized in the year 1971. So, FSS were established in the year 1971 on the lines of cooperatives to provide integrated credit service to the weaker section of the rural area, while small farmers, marginal farmers, agricultural laborers, and rural artisans. Okay, so this is about the FSSS, means Farmer Service Societies. They were established in the year 1971 on the lines of cooperatives, means they are based on the cooperative principle or cooperation principle to provide the credit needs or to fulfill the credit requirements of small and marginal farmers and also of agricultural laborers and some rural artisans. This is the purpose behind the establishment of FSS. Now, the functions of FSS, means Farmer Service Societies. So, first function of FSS is to supply all types of loans. To supply all types of loans to weaker sections, loans like crop loans, medium term loans, long term loans. So keep in mind, FSS, Farmer Service Societies, where are supplying all types of loans. It may be short term loan, medium term loan, or long term loan. This is the first function. Second, to provide adequate supplies of requisite inputs, means to provide the required inputs to the members and also providing the technical guidance for the development of agriculture on timely and regular basis. So, second function of FSS is to provide the adequate supply, of required inputs to the small marginal farmers and the rural peoples, and also providing the technical guidance for their development of agriculture on timely and regular basis. Okay, now third, to encourage dairy, to encourage agriculture enterprises like dairy, poultry, fisheries, farm, forestry, and other subsidiary occupations in the rural areas. Means FSS, they are supporting or they are giving financial support to uh, agriculture allied activities like dairy, poultry, fishery, farm, forestry, etc. for the economical development of rural area. Then fourth, to make arrangements for bringing out improvements in the agricultural market, means they are also looking after the agricultural marketing system in the rural area. Okay, then last function is that to mobilize deposits and small saving for weaker sections through incentives, means here also they are following the principle of cooperation principle of thrift, that is propensity to save. So to mobilize the deposits and small savings from the weaker sections through incentives. So this is about the FSS, Farmer Service Societies, okay, which were started in the year 1971. Under Farmer Service Societies, they are providing the all types of loan to the weaker section. They are also providing the required inputs and technical guidance for the development of agriculture. They are also encouraging agri-allied activities or agri-allied enterprises like dairy, poultry, fishery, forestry, and others occupations in the rural areas. They are arranging, bringing out the improvement, means they are supporting in the marketing also, agricultural marketing, and they are mobilizing deposits and small savings from the weaker section. So this is about the FSS. Why they are established? Because of failure or because of biasness in the systems of three-tier system in the PSCs. Okay. Now next is area of operation of FSS. Area of operation of FSS. Okay. So the societies have been launched in SFDA and MFAL districts. SFDA, Small Farmers Development Agency, Marginal Farmers, okay. MFAL districts. Each society has jurisdiction of block or a portion thereof. Each society has a jurisdiction or functional area of a block or a portion of thereof. A district union of these societies is there at the district level to suggest the ways and means of improving and ongoing the societies for executing specific activities. Means there is district union of these FSS or of these societies at the district level. Means controlling of the FSS in the villages, they were done by the district level union of FSS. Now the membership of societies is open to those who are eligible to receive assistance under the SFDA and MFAL program. So other may be associate member, but they will not have any voting rights. Means the persons or the farmers who are eligible to receive the assistance from SFDA and MFAL programs, they are become the member of FSS, and other may be also the associate members, but they will not have the voting rights. So this is about the area of operation of FSS. Then sponsorship means source of fund. So the lead bank of the district generally sponsor the FSS in the financial matters. Means the particular lead bank in that particular district, they sponsors the FSS in the financial matters. Then capital structure of FSS. So the various financial sources for the society are, there are various financial sources for the FSS like share capital, fund from various sources, and the loan amounts. Then share capital include the capital contributed by the members. Means when you have to become a member of FSS, Farmer Service Society, you have to contribute this some amount of capital. That is also source of income or source of fund for the FSS. Lead bank and state bank. Another is lead bank and the state government. They are also the capital source for FSS. In the case of large size FSS, the limit of share capital is rupees 1 lakh, but for the small society, the same is up to the 50,000. Means for a large size society, their share capital limit is 1 lakh, and for the small society, the share capital limit is up to 50,000. Now, the funds from different sources includes the funds contributed by the commercial bank, contributed by cooperative societies, and they also get subsidies from the SFDA, MFALs, and commissions acquired due to the societies through the supply of essential inputs and interest on the advances. So this is about the capital structure, sponsorship, and area of operation of FSS. Then management of farmer service societies. Management of farmer service society. So depending upon the size of society, the number of directors in the board varies from 9 to 13. Question may be asked in your in the fill in the blanks or in the match the pairs also. Dash dash members of director dash dash number of directors are present in the board of FSS. So correct answer is 9 to 13. Okay. One full-time managing director is deputed by the lead bank. One full-time managing director, it is appointed by the lead bank which is sponsoring that FSS. Then among the remaining director, 5 will be elected from the members of the society, of which 3 are from small and marginal categories and 2 from the other farmers. So the remaining directors are representatives of financing institutions. So this is about the management body of the FSS. So Block Development Office, Department of Agriculture and Cooperative Societies. So this is about the management of FSS. Now we have to see what is the major difference between PSCs and FSS. What is the major difference between PSCs means primary agriculture cooperative societies and farmers service societies. So first one, the feature is first feature to distinguish the PSCs and FSS is area of coverage. If you think about the area of coverage of PSCs, PACs, generally a small area of not less than 2000 hectares of cropped area. Not so here is the limit or here is the range up to the not less than 2000 hectares of cropped area. It is required for the PSCs. In case of FSS, it serves an area covering 10 kilometers or area of operation extending up to the block or population of 10,000. So here the area of FSS is larger than PSCs. Okay. Now second feature is type of beneficiaries. Type of beneficiaries means who can take the benefit of PSCs or who can take the benefit of FSS. So here in case of PSCs, all types of farmer can take the benefits of PSCs means all types of farmers they can become the member of PSCs. Now in case of FSS, all farmers and other household including rural artisans and agricultural laborers etc. can take the benefits of FSS. Okay. Now third one is nature of credit business. Third feature is nature of credit business. In PSCs, short term crop loans and medium term crop loans for agriculture and allied activities means PSCs they are providing in a 3-tier structure of cooperative credit. As we have seen, PSCs they are meant to provide only short term and medium term loan for the agriculture and allied activities. Now in case of FSS, so multi-term and multi-purpose credit, that is it will carry out an agroeconomic survey of the area under its jurisdiction to find out the economic situation of members and according to prepare a credit plan for the overall development of the area. Means FSS, they are providing the multi-term and multi-purpose credit to their members. Now, next is fourth one, nature of non-credit business. Nature of non-credit business. So, in case of PSCs, they are providing the supply of farm inputs, marketing and processing and distribution of essential commodities. Means PSCs, they are providing the farm inputs to the members. They are also interfering in the marketing structures and processing and distribution of essential commodities. Now, in case of FSS, they are providing the package of services besides providing the loan in a cash and kind for the agriculture and allied activities. So, FSS provide necessary technical assistance and its member for the development of agriculture. Now, last difference between PSCs and FSS is about the management. So, here in a PSCs there is full-time paid secretary. Full-time paid secretary in the primary agriculture cooperative societies, and second, board of director consisting of 11 members, of whom not less than 50% shall represent weaker sections. Means in the PSCs there is one full-time paid secretary and board of director, 11 board of directors members, whom not less than 50% shall present the weaker section. Now, in case of FSS, whole-time managing director and functional specialist. Here is the, in FSS there is whole-time managing director and functional specialist. Board of director consisting the 11 members, as we have discussed the 9 to 13 members, of whom 5 shall be representative of weaker section, 2 shall be elected among other members, besides 2 nominees of the registered cooperative societies and 1 nominee of the managing bank and managing direct ex officio. So this is about the difference between PSCs and FSS regarding the area of coverage, type of beneficiaries, nature of credit business, nature of non-credit business, and management. Now next, MPCS. Next is MPCS, means multi-purpose cooperative societies. So as the name itself indicates, these societies offer assistance in many ways. Means these societies providing the financial support in many ways, like providing credit, supplying of farm inputs like fertilizers, seed, sometimes on subsidized rate, means sometimes on a lower rate, offering marketing facilities and technical guidance, etc. Means the purpose behind the development, behind the establishment of such societies is multi-purpose. There are various purpose. Multi-purpose cooperative societies, that is MPCS. Now, next is LAMPS. LAMPS means large size Adivasi multi-purpose cooperative societies. Large size Adivasi multi-purpose cooperative societies. Keep in mind, question may be asked, what is the long form? What is the full form or long form of LAMPS? That is large size Adivasi multi-purpose cooperative societies. So similar to objectives of FSS, similar to objectives of farmer service societies, LAMPS were organized for the first time in the year in December 97. Sorry, December 1971. December 1971 means LAMP were organized or established in December 1971 based on the recommendation of BAWA team appointed by the government of India in tribal areas of the country. Means establishment of LAMPs, large size Adivasi multipurpose societies, were recommended by the BAWA committee. Single window system by Mohan Kanda, and LAMPs, large size Adivasi multipurpose cooperative societies, were recommended by the BAWA team, which was established in the year December 1971. December 1971. According to its framed objectives, means according to its decided objectives of LAMPS, these societies are expected to provide through single window all types of credit including consumption credits. So these lamps, they were also following the single window system for providing all types of credit needs and with the consumption credit also. Then intensification and modernization of agriculture with appropriate technical guidance and improving the marketing of agriculture and forest products in the tribe areas are there the other objectives. Means the objectives of LAMPS are intensification and modernization of agriculture in the Adivasi areas, okay, with appropriate technical guidance and improving the marketing of agricultural products. Okay, now objectives of the LAMPS. So to provide all types of credit including those for meeting social obligations and consumer requisites under single roof. Then second, to provide technical guidance in the intensification and modernization of agriculture, as I have earlier said. Third, to supply inputs and essential commodities, okay. And fourth one, to arrange for marketing of agricultural and minor forest products besides the products of the subsidiary occupations of the tribal. Means tribal, in if you observe the tribal areas, they were not only uh, based on the agricultural production, they have another non-agricultural occupations also, like collecting the honey from the forest, collecting the woods from the forest. Okay, so to support such Adivasi or such a minor forest products beside from the subsidiary occupations of the tribal, LAMPS work for it. So this is about the objectives of the LAMPS. Then membership and area of operation of LAMPS. So all the tribes can become member of the society on voluntary basis. Means all the tribal people, they can be become member of LAMPS on voluntary basis as per their wish. Like FSS, the area of operation of the society is larger than that of PSCs, covering an area of block, sometimes covering an area as big as taluka. Okay, then source of capital of LAMPS. Share capital of members and state government, entrance fee, reserve fund, deposits collected from the members and non-members, and loan taken from cooperative institutions, government are the various sources of capital. Then management of LAMPS. These are managed by the board of directors. Means LAMPS are managed by the board of directors. In general, means in the LAMP, there are 11 board of directors, of whom 5 come from the tribal member, 2 from non-tribal member, 2 from nominated by register of cooperatives, and 2 nominees from the lead bank of the concerned districts. Means this is distribution or classification of the 11 board of members of the LAMPS. One of the nominee acts as the managing director of the LAMP. Then means one of the member of board of director acts as the managing director of LAMP. The committee to review the arrangements for institutional credit for agriculture and rural development, that is CRAPI card, observe constraints which staggered the growth of LAMPS. Means there is one committee, CRAPI cards, means committee to review the arrangements for institutional credit for agriculture and rural development. They have observed some constraints or some problems in the working of LAMPS. That's why the growth of LAMPS is stunted Okay, so this is about the management of the lamps. Now, constants which staggered the growth of the lamps are. Now, which are the constants or which are the problems observed by the graphic card in the functioning of lamps? So, first one, lack of aggressive investment lending. Lack of aggressive investment lending. This is the first. Second, non-availability of trained and experienced personnel for managing executive positions, means non-availability of well-skilled or trained and experienced persons in the lamps. Then unhealthy competition for private traders, means in the lamps there will be, for the investing or for deposit, there were no competition for private traders, or there is low competition. Absence of elective marketing organization and market intelligence, lack of infrastructural arrangements for storage and transportation of agricultural products, and inadequate agency commission to societies for distribution of activities. Means these are the some constraints observed by the graphic card in the working of the lamps. So this is about the lamps. Now, Andhra Pradesh Mutually Aided Cooperative Societies Act 1995. Andhra Pradesh Mutually Aided Cooperative Societies Act 1995. So, the Andhra Pradesh Mutually Aided Cooperative Societies Act 1995, that is APMACS. The Act or 1995 Act was passed unanimously by Andhra Pradesh Legislative Assembly on 4th May 1995. It was notified on 1st June 1995. Okay, the government of Andhra Pradesh has decided to undertake legislation in order to promote self-reliant and autonomous cooperative societies and make cooperative movement more vibrant in the state. Means for the development of the cooperative structure in the state, they have passed this act in 1995. So this is about the Andhra Pradesh Mutually Aided Cooperative Societies Act 1995. Thank you. So you can refer the book of Agriculture, Finance and Management by Subba Reddy Raghuram. Another common book is Agricultural Economics by Subba Reddy. Keep watching my videos and subscribe my YouTube channel, and try to share these videos with the maximum number of students. Thank you.